All right, you bunch of COPPA twats, cut the shit and listen up. This video is not made for kids, but for a general audience, meaning teens, adults, and seniors can also enjoy this video. With that in mind, please enjoy. And mostly bite me. The island of Sodor is the home of the Northwestern Railway. With engines of all shapes and sizes, working hard to deliver goods and passengers to their destinations. There are branch lines that run along the coast of the island, serving the docks, the fishing villages, and the seaside towns. There are branch lines that run to the farms, quarries, and ancient castles of the island's heartlands. And there is the main line, which runs all the way from Tidmouth on the west coast of the island and over the Vickerstown Bridge in the east, where it continues to the mainland into Barrow and Rheneas and beyond. The island of Sodor has a lot of interesting products, one of which is beer. At Kronk Station, there is a malters where engines deliver the malt from the malters in malt wagons and take it to Thomas's branch line. It's there where an engine from Thomas's branch line transfers the malt the rest of the way to a brewery at Farquhar, where the beer is made and gets transported to places on the island or other foreign countries. This beer is heading to the Skarloey Railway for the Skarloey Railway's annual beer festival in celebration of their railway turning 160.
Golly, this year is just a smother dashboard of anniversaries. Railway 200, 80 years of Railway series, 70 years of our stories being introduced, and 160 years since our railway was in operation.
Oh, don't forget, Peter Sam. This year is Rheneas and Dolgoch's 160th birthday. Bizarre to believe that they're as old as the railway.
How can I forget our gallant engine that saved the railway? You're the best engine with barely any trouble, except from the struggle with the Stegosaurus skeleton and the roller coaster incident.
Well, there were a couple of other instances where I was in a razzie, eh? Aside from my wheelbase being long, resulting in a difficult start of moving, much like my brother's bucking bronco incident, I too was a bit of a rough rider.
You, Rheneas, you were a rough rider too? Wow.
Oh yes, they nicknamed me Jittering Jennings. It all started some point after I rescued my brother Skarloey from a landslide. The men were cleaning him up.
Find my eye.
I couldn't help but chuckle at the scene, but I chuckled so much that I slightly shifted a bit. At first I wasn't too worried, until I first took the empty train to the quarry. Next to Rheneas Station was a water tower that collects water from a running stream. The water enters at the back of Rheneas, but because of his jittering, he slightly shifted away from the rails where the hose can't reach him.
Well, fiddlesticks. The water is not reaching your cup. Well, just have to fetch water from the lakeside.
So was done. Rheneas's crew grabbed a bucket, filled it up with water multiple times, and poured it into his well tanks. It took up a lot of time as well, and Rheneas was quite late with his slate train back to Croven's Gate.
Rheneas, you're late.
Oh, my apologies, sir. We just ran low on water. Technically speaking, Rheneas was telling the truth, but he didn't want to expose his jittering problems to Mr. Mac, the controller at the time. The next day, Rheneas had to take a passenger train, but still, his jittering problems have gone from bad to worse. He shook and swung along the rails, side to side. And the journey back was barely comfortable at all.
Rheneas, we've had complaints from passengers who rode in Agnes and the guard from Beatrice saying that they had a rough ride. What happened?
Right. Well, the rails were a bit rough. Yes. You know how those Sun Kings are, putting us railway engines into a bad fettle, eh? Skarloey was quite puzzled. The rails were smooth when he rode on them. When Mr. Mac left, Skarloey wanted to speak to Rheneas.
Rheneas, is everything all right?
Oh, I'm fine, Skarloey. I'm fine. Yes.
Are you sure? If something's wrong, you can always say it to me.
Would you really help me, Skarloey? Or is your egotistical enthusiasm going to poke fun of me? Skarloey felt hurt. Sure, he may have been arrogant and enthusiastic and full of ideas, but this time, he really showed concern for Rheneas. Skarloey decided that for now, it would be best to remain silent. The next day, Rheneas was assigned to deliver some mail along the railway. He was traversing over a hill along Cattle Creek when he was shifting around so much that the coupling behind him broke.
My gosh, Rheneas, you lost the mail wagon.
Skarloey was just about to depart Croven's Gate with a passenger train when suddenly...
Look out!
Splintered wood, letters, and parcels fluttered and flung everywhere. Poor Skarloey.
Oh, das Mr. Mac's water bell.
Skarloey! Skarloey! Are you all right?
Rheneas Fletcher! Okay, running late with the slate train, passengers having a rough ride, now the mail wagon's coupling snapped from you. I demand to know what's going on immediately.
Oh, all right, I testify. Something's wrong with me. Every time I roll along the rails, I keep shifting and swinging from side to side.
But why haven't you told anyone about your jittering?
Because I was worried that Skarloey would poke fun of my imperfections. An engine who's responsible and looking out for his brother, having problems of his own. I don't think I'll ever hear the ending of this teasing. So if you want to tease me, Skarloey, go ahead. But he didn't.
Oh, Rheneas, why would I do that? Listen, I know I can be arrogant, a tad stubborn, but I'm still grateful to have a brother who's interested, even after you helped me from that landslide.
Skarloey's right, Rheneas. Right then, I better send a note to Henry Fletcher about this. Skarloey, during your brother's absence, you'll need to work double shifts.
Right away, sir.
So arrangements were made, and Skarloey worked double shifts while Rheneas was escorted back to Winterhaven to figure out what the problems were, which wasn't too difficult to find. It turned out that Rheneas's crank pins and springs weren't adjusted properly. So his springs and crank pins were readjusted. And during his maintenance, Rheneas received a cab too. When he got back to the railway, it was all smooth riding from now on. He even got another chance with the mail wagon. All the parcels were delivered on time with no hassle at all. My goodness! Now that is quite a story. It sure is, Saint Mansion. I learned an important lesson that day. Whenever you got a problem, it must be addressed immediately. Don't just wait around and expect it to go away, because sometimes leaving things unbothered may go from bad to worse, eh? Now then, I better get going. I got a wedding train to pull and deliver to Skarloey Station. And Rheneas did just that.